So I am on this journey of returning inward because I have realized throughout my life that trying to change things, trying to transform things in a magical sense from the outside in is kind of going against the grain. And you are like a car without power steering. You are putting too much effort into what is more effortless or should be more effortless. And so returning inward is realizing, okay, well, I need to find the source of my power. And realizing this, I have understood that you cannot you cannot seclude yourself from reality, which means all that is. And so working with your chi means that you are working with everything, the material, the crystallization, the gas, the liquid, the ether. You are really using all the different elements of source, but you are kind of working with the source of it, which is your attention and your ability to focus your awareness into different ways of expressing that oneness. Now, a lot of people like to say that, oh, meditation is just bypassing, or spiritual work or self-help work is just, it's bullshit. No, because these people don't understand like the immense effort it requires for a Western mind to focus their mind, because they have been taught such uh, deformative ways of living in life. They have learned to cling to uh, materialization, the material existence, as a form of desperation. And in that essence, they lose their fluidity, they lose their true power, which is in that chi, that invisible yet understandable conception of reality that one goes into, where it's kind of like, it's not about words, it's about intention and your relationship to it, and no one can take that away. And on a segue, like once you establish that connection to the divine, to all that is, as above so below, as within so without, you cannot be broken, you can't be cracked, you can't break. The only reason why in your childhood you might seem yourself as broken or cracked, it's so that the light can get in. It's so that you can start this process of going inward at a much earlier time frame, so you can get the work going. Because most people, they only really kind of like think about life and question life upon death, upon their later years, when they're old and they can't even move. Then they're like, oh, what was I really doing? What was life about? Well, I was just kind of ruminating in beliefs of my ancestors, thinking that, without actually questioning, going directly to the source. So you have this opportunity now to do this at a much younger age, due to the age of Aquarius, due to all the information and the internet. Everyone has a chance to kind of like initiate themselves into this work, and there's enough people on this earth, enough people documenting, storytelling, their processing, so you don't feel like, oh, I'm the only person, and then you kind of doubt yourself, and then you subscribe yourself to an institution and be like, no, tell me what to do, responsibility is too much. No, there's so many people here doing the same thing, going through the process, so that you're not alone, so you know, like, okay, cool, this is part of the journey. Psychosis is part of the process of detaching yourself from old belief systems and like learning how to walk again, but walking in a more powerful way. So obviously the best thing you can do is learn how to meditate, because in order to be effective in transforming and morphing your reality, you need to be like very wise and focused, and there needs to be a spaciousness within your thoughts. So your thoughts aren't like you trying to grab for thoughts. There's like, oh, there's a fluidity in your thoughts, in your mind. So you're not dead, you're not rushing. There's a spaciousness, a rhythm in your thoughts processing. and in your choice making of like, cool, okay, I'm going to maybe feel into the center over here right now. I'm going to put all my attention and just keep it there for a while. And if I can hold my attention there for maybe like 30 seconds, wow, how like amazing is that? And then you lengthen those experiences until you move life with, there's not much outside, you more focus on like what's going internally, and so therefore you become more present. You're like walking and you're dancing and you're communicating effortlessly, where just a smile or just a wink can light up someone's day. And that is kind of like driving the car with power steering. It makes sense. It's like it is the evolution of consciousness that we are going for here. And one of the signatures or the flags that you can see that you are on the right track is your dreams. A dream is like your tracker of like, okay, where I am in relationship in this consciousness exploration. For myself personally, like when I was very much a child, my dreams were haunting, very much fearful, running away, falling down, hiding, couldn't talk, couldn't communicate, had no like intimacy or relationships. So as I become more aware, more like I return back inward into myself, my dreams have changed. Like I am like telling other people in my dreams, okay, you go here, what to do. On the sports field in my dreams, I'm the one scoring the goals instead of just like maybe on the bench watching the game go on. I'm the one like telling like directing the energy basically. And also like a caveat of like the best expression, because I've always struggled expressing my voice. Like I've always struggled to talk. Whenever like we're in a community setting or like a table, I'm always listening to other people as a default setting, and always struggled to actually voice my own authority and perspective. So there's been a big like freeze in my voice, my ability to talk and communicate, only because I was so unsure of myself due to bad parenting, due to bad ancestral beliefs and dogmatic ways of living that is just outdated. And I came here in this vessel to be the turning point. I had to find a vessel that was cracked, a vessel that was able to be like, listen here, I don't know what to do anymore. Someone transform me. And that is the divine, basically. But most people, they have a resistance to transformation. But I was so cracked open, I was like, fuck, I don't know what's going on here. And so I started my own investigation and spiritual journey, should we say, into metaphysics, psychology, biochemistry, biohacking, whatever you want to fucking call it. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so dreams. So one thing in my dreams, I'm like, when I start singing in my dreams, playing instruments, like, then you know, like, okay, something shifted, something has changed here, because that never happens. So singing in my dreams means like, yo, I am in that sweet spot of like life, and knowing that I'm not looking for an end goal, I'm not grabbing for an end, because I'm just swaying and wobbling with should we say the ocean, or the rhythmic nature of the consciousness. And when I sway with that, then it's like I can trust that everything is in divine timing. I don't have to look too much outside. I can just keep on the rhythmic flow of the universe, and then everything just comes. All right.